Well, what motivated me is that I've lived in Calgary now 61.2 years, and I've always loved my city, and I've always been proud of my city, and I think one of the institutions that stands out in the city of Calgary is the University of Calgary. And I always remind people, don't say U of C, because U of C could be Calcutta or Chicago, and the University of Calgary is frankly a name to be proud of. So I was proud of my city and wanted to continue to serve, and I was asked to serve as Chancellor. I had to go through an interview process and all that sort of stuff. And then down the hall, about 5-6 years ago, they voted me Chancellor of the University of Calgary, number 12. I always had this vision of the Chancellor in largely a ceremonial role, but an important role of with the University Senate and standing beside senators, a stronger engagement with the city of Calgary, the people of Calgary, the people of Southern Alberta, and taking the university out into the community. There's this notion that the university is this big thing up on the hill in northwest Calgary, and it's distant, right? And I believe that the Chancellor's role, the Senate's role, Senator's role was to connect with the community and take the university out to the community on the community's terms, not just the university's terms. It all started when Elizabeth Cannon started her term as president. Turns out we started on the very same day. The way the university, when Elizabeth went out to the university community and sat down with individuals and said, okay, what's the vision? What are we trying to do here? And I thought it was a time that was quite, not cathartic isn't quite the word, but it's probably close. And there was a time where people opened up and beefed about the past, but got over that and said, here we are, what could we be? And I thought that was a pretty exciting process that the university went through. And then engaging with, and I keep pointing down the hall here, because the Senate room is down the hall. And we had some wonderful collisions of ideas and passions about the community and about the university, that these men and women from the community said, I want to serve. I'm alumni, I'm not an alumni, I love my university, I want it to grow and be better. And these volunteers, that came out and gave hundreds and hundreds of hours of their time every year. And the university has a tough time with that. Like, why do we have all these volunteers? What do they do for us? Well, they are part of the blood that flows through the arteries of the university. It is professors, it is teachers and researchers, it is students, it is the administration, but it is also the volunteers of this university that give it vibrancy and excitement and life and purpose. So those were, that I think was I felt that during my time, all 4 years of my time here. And then there were times so proud to show the community what the university was doing through Chancellor's Club. And we made a practice of showing Chancellor's Club members who finance about $400,000 worth of scholarships every year, what was going on at the medical school, what was going on in kinesiology, what was going on. We actually took the Faculty of Science out, where? To the TELUS Spark Science Center, where most of the Faculty of Science had never been before. But that's very much the community, right? And show off the university as not just up in Northwest Calgary, but all over the city, all over the province. And I know I'm talking too much, but another highlight was we had the Faculty of Environmental Design. The Dean and I worked closely together. And we said, well, how do you design cities creatively and design cities on purpose? So we had Chancellor's Club with the Dean with Nancy and with Nahad Nenshi and Stephen Mandel as the mayor of Edmonton. And we had the three of them up on a podium talking to Chancellor's Club members. And where were we? We were atop the Calgary Tower so that we could look all around and see the city and what it had become. And the university was way over there in the northwest, but it was very much a part of the city. Another fabulous time was Rick Hillier was our first honorary degree recipient during my term. Fabulous storyteller and yarn spinner galore. Susan Aglukark came and spoke to the students at convocation and then sang. And I always remember turning, Dr. Cannon sat beside me at convocation, and I always remember turning to Elizabeth and whispering, "Isn't this cool?" And Stuart McLean came and talked about the Blue Lobster. And those are special moments. His Honor, the Lieutenant Governor, the Governor General came. And I would always challenge them and say, you know, I conferred upon you an honorary degree with all the rights, responsibilities, duties, and powers. And you know what? One of your rights is bragging rights. And I want you to go. Your job now is to go out and brag that you are a recipient. You're an honorary degree recipient from the University of Calgary. 50 years of high beams on. The university has sort of never wanted to have low beams. It's never wanted to just be normal. It's always aspired and wanted to be more. And there are fits and starts with that. But if I think about the start, Dr. Armstrong, Dr. Carruthers, who I had the honor to work with, Dr. Cochrane, Murray Fraser, beloved, Harvey Weingarten, Elizabeth Cannon. You know, that kind of leadership. Always believed that you should have your high beams on. And it was fabulous to watch. There were some difficult times for the university. And I know I was probably a provocateur of some of those difficult times as the Minister of Finance for the province of Alberta. We challenged the university. And they troubled by it, but they rose to the challenge. And I always think of the university as rising to challenges and high beams on.